What's going on, you guys? Welcome on back to the channel. Now, recently I made a video talking all about My Hero Academia Vigilantes and why I'm excited to watch that when it comes out. But I wanted to make something a little bit different. And I wanted to talk about My Hero Season 8, but in a different light. So for this video, I want to give a roadmap that I hope the anime follows in order for it to be looked at in a more favorable light. Because if you were there for the ending of My Hero in the manga, that was divisive at best. So I want to give like at least just a few things that I hope the anime does in order to have the ending perceived in a much better way. We'll just say that. So the one thing that I really need them to do is that now that the rest of the anime is essentially going to be focused on primarily Deku, Shigaraki, and then a little bit later, All for One and Bakugo. I think for this final stretch, this needs to be some of their best animation that they have ever done. Full stop. This has to be the best. This needs to, in my opinion, surpass Deku versus Todoroki in terms of animation. Because, like, if you're at least just at that level, because this is the last like batch of fights that you really get in My Hero Academia. The rest of it, like, you don't need stellar animation. This is the last shot that they have at really giving us like really good animation and fights. So I definitely think for Bakugo versus All for One, and especially Deku versus Shigaraki, we need like top tier animation. Full stop for these fights. Because these are the last batch of like really good fights that you're gonna get in the series. So, in my opinion, if they don't go off with that, they're not going to have like a roadmap to success because you need something to talk about. You need something that's going to get the community hooked again, which I argue season 7 already did that. Season 7 was a very like good and popular season, but if you want people to stop talking about the animation, if you want people to actually feel like okay, these fights are actually fire, you need to go off with these last few fights. Full stop. If you don't go off with these fights, people are going to look at this final season and be like, it's the final batch of fights, it's the final batch of episodes, and they didn't go off. Like, you need more than just a Nakamura cut. You need, like, stellar animation from top to bottom, especially for the Deku versus Shigaraki fight that happens, like, before Deku goes into the whole dream space and all that. Like, even, like, before that, you need, like, great animation in order for those fights to really resonate with the audience. Like that's what they need because like they're draft very well in the manga, but they need to flow really good in the anime and they need to look really good. Otherwise people aren't going to care in my opinion. But that's pretty much like the animation side of it. Like that's how I felt about it in terms of animation. But another thing that I feel like they need to do in order for this like to be successful, you need to put everything from the final volume into this ending for the anime. Like the anime needs to be looked at as the definitive edition for My Hero Academia. Essentially, like it needs to be the one-stop shop. I've said this before, but this needs to be like where any new viewer can go and like be like, okay, this is all I need. Because I don't want it to be like an Attack on Titan situation where Attack on Titan said it was the final part, and then they just kept splitting it up. I don't think they're going to do that. They simply don't have enough material left to do that. But what I want is that, like, I need them to put everything from the volumes, or the final volume, into this ending. So that way it's like a cohesive ending. Because the thing that I had a problem with in the manga is that the manga's ending didn't feel complete. It didn't feel conclusive, at least to me. It felt like we were missing stuff, and we were. It didn't come until like the final volume, but we got the conclusive ending that we were searching for. It just took Horikoshi putting out the volume and including these batch of 38 pages that I've talked about before in previous videos. But that's essentially what you need to do for the anime. You need to incorporate those 38 pages into the season. Like, I don't care how you do it, but you have to do it. Because if you don't, then people are just going to be confused as to what's going on. But that's why I think, though, that the final season is going to take a little bit longer to come out. That's why it's not coming out till like what, the fall or something like that. Because not only do I feel like they're working on the fights animation and stuff like that, but I think they're working on incorporating everything from the final volume to make it a more conclusive ending because they knew the ending was going to be divisive. So I think they wanted to end the series as a whole on Deku and Uraraka. Like, and pretty much like expand on the interactions that all the characters have, like in like the post time skip stuff. I think they're going to expand on that in the anime, which in my opinion you have to. Like, if you don't expand on those post time skip interactions, what are you doing? Like, this is the only time really left that you're ever going to get to do this, unless they make more movies like in the time skip era. That would be pretty cool, actually. Now that I think about that, like time skip movies, that'd be pretty nice. But other than that, I think they're going to incorporate stuff from the final volume directly into the anime to make it a more seamless transition into the ending and make it a better ending for the anime onlys. So the anime onlys, in my opinion, are going to get the better ending. People that read the manga, we kind of got screwed. We had to wait a little bit for the real ending, but that's okay. And other than that, I'm trying to think of like one more thing that the anime could do in order to facilitate like a roadmap to a better ending. But at this moment in time, I think that's it. I think that's all that we can really talk about for now in terms of like a roadmap to the success for. Oh, wait. Actually, no. I have one more thing. Make Shigaraki's death more impactful. Make it feel like it means something. Make it actually like good. Because when Shigaraki's death happened, at least to me, I didn't feel anything. I felt nothing. Like, All For One's death, I don't care. All For One sucks as a character. Make Shigaraki's death mean something to me. Make it feel impactful. Make me feel the emotion behind his death. Like, make Deku's essentially like whole reason for wanting to save Shigaraki, make it mean something. Like, Deku wanted to save Shigaraki, like essentially from himself, and make it like just make it feel like it means something, because at least to me that never hit for me. Deku wanting to save Shigaraki, like at least save like the little boy, save Tenko, it never made sense to me, because at least to me that person was always gone, aside from like the few like instances where we saw him coming back to the surface. Other than that, that person felt gone to me. So I never really understood why Deku wanted to save Shigaraki. So I think now with this anime ending, you can make it feel like more impactful. You can give like you can make Deku's goals essentially to save Shigaraki, make sense. That's all I'm saying. Make it more emotional, make it more impactful, make it resonate with the audience. If you can make it resonate with the audience, that is key. That's like the main thing that you have to get right, in my opinion. But I think that's going to do it for me. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think is necessary to facilitate a good ending for My Hero Academia as a whole? This is it. This is all that we're getting left for My Hero Academia. How else do you think that they could close the anime out with a bang? I want to know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, I'm going to talk to you guys next time. Bye.